so hard.
You gotta use the Cowboys.
Man, 20 Snoop Dogg is that get it.
We don't got no X factors, bro. Oh, Jesus.
Who, you?
Yeah, my team, Redskins don't got no X factors. We don't got no X factors. I ain't know Byron Jones had one. The heck? Nobody care about no Eagles, nigga. But nobody cares about it. Keep it on me 'cause my name ring bells. People see me and can't help themselves. See me and themselves. I wouldn't wanna be anybody else. I never used to think I'd be a magazine cover. They keep on trying to find new ways to push my buttons. I came out of the jungle where it rained and it thunder, but I bring the heat like you already know I'm gonna have to pause the game for Dwayne Haskins.
On the ground when the time flies, had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies, had so many friends go, I wonder.
That boy Julio is a dog in this game, bro. That boy Julio, Dwayne, DeAndre Hopkins, you already know he a dog. I ain't get a chance to use Antonio Brown and Odell, but I know Julio, out of all of them, I would pick Julio.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Orlando.
Oh, shorty connection already bad, bruh. You got kicked out, Nick. I'm about to finish this game.
Big numbers. Big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers.
Nigga, what? I don't need it. I have that Ethernet cord. What are you talking about?
Foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this is Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16
my name is Quentin Dunbar.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Just as we were getting ready for air, both teams coming out of their locker rooms, out of the tunnel, and this crowd is pumped up as their Redskins get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here.
I never want to see Case Keenum in a Redskins jersey for real, bro. I forgot that nigga even came back. I'm ready, G.
This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Started took a break off for football 1 year and then just came back. Man defense actually works too.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
When you hike the ball, if you see the person open, just hold the button for the receiver.
They'll try the right side with Elliott.
You know what I'm saying?
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
If you hold the ball,
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Prescott from the gun on 3rd.
Get him, Montez!
Big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And taken right on the 30. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10. First carry for Darius Geis. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Here's Haskins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. The 20. 10.
Hold on. Did you click L1?
Washington. Jordan Reed. 63 yards. And the Redskins.
Did you click L1, bro? Alright. Defense, bro. Defensive. If you click L1, that's the whole defense. Instead of L2 from last year. It's L1. And triangle is your secondary, so you can choose when to go underneath and all that stuff. Left on the D-pad is your D-line. Right on the D-pad is your linebacker.
The quick strike touchdown.
Next time
now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Oh, man.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
I thought you knew what you was doing.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Should be great at this.
36, 36.
On second down, Elliott. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Kill.
They just get the play off. Now Prescott. Escape. Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
51 the mic, boy, 51. I'm scared.
On 4th, they do snap it to Prescott. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. That one complete to Elliott. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Yeah, they fixed that. And no huddle, they don't just run up to it. They just put you in position.
Now back to the ground with Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On second down, it's Elliott.
Oh,
and they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
When you press R2 and put the right stick down, you can see his X factor too.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Eluding the pressure right.
God, bro.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down.
Hey, did you have one of those backyards that you have one of those like mats or pits like you have for high jumpers? And, you know, you had your friends throw the ball and you tried to make the spectacular catches?
I didn't need a mat.
you just did it with the ground?
Absolutely.
That explains your
Concrete.
toughness. That explains your toughness right there because I think that guy was raised just like you. What a catch.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Here we go. 51. Go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Check. Lucky. Kill. Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Line in. We're going to 53.
Now Prescott.
Oh my God.
The ball is caught.
God,
It's Gallup. Touchdown Cowboys. From 6 yards away. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
I really should get a chance to test out the stuff. Wow, man.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown, right? So be it, but the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime. And he will go down, a Cowboys sack. The tank, DeMarcus Lawrence with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. Tavon Austin, he's going to go.
Oh, my God, bro.
Cowboys. Tavon Austin, 84 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shut it?
Jordan Reed, the 40, 20, 10, 5. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jordan Reed, as the first half is winding down, and the Redskins have taken the lead.
You press the R2?
Extra point hung the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the lead is now 21-14.
R2 is just the X factor. I don't know how.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
I'm talking about what are you doing before
fielded at the 2.
That making that happen? What the? Get this nigga, man. Yo, get him, bro.
And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
I'm talking about. Oh, you meant to do that? I'm talking about what are you doing before
first down carry by Elliott. And an alley to run. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from extra point by Marr, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Basically, but it's only for good players or the elite.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now Haskins on 1st down. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now Haskins. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected,
you meant to do that right there.
That may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Shotgun handoff to Thompson. Well, still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. Geis, he's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis, 42 yards. And the Redskins are going to take the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This fielded at the 2. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going.
Stop playing. Hey, bro, stop
The
playing.
safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
Hey, bro, stop playing with Landon
Not much
Collins,
happening there on 1st down.
Don't do that
There might have been
again.
a hole for a split
Don't
second.
do that
Yeah,
again.
but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Nah, it's easy. Yeah, it is. It's easy to truck niggas that's not good. That's what it should be like.
From the 38, Prescott. And on the left side, he's got Witten. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, you know, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
On third down, it's Prescott. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. They stop it for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready. I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
They're going to get him. Y'all going to get whoever LeBron wants y'all to get, nigga. If you want Melo, he want Melo.
On second down now, it's Elliott. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On third down, Elliott.
Sit down, nigga.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Not even lit up yet.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
No, coach. No, coach. Overseas like 2K, right?
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game. Yeah,
a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Here's Haskins to throw. Oh, wide open, complete.
I don't know which
and he takes us down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A huge play there for Washington. 43 yards.
Are you switching your plays? Like, are you not clicking?
So now following
you're not
the
clicking
big play,
L1
they've
at
got
all,
a
bro.
1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Out of the gun, Geis. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold them up. Second, third guy in, break the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? Third and that is caught by the tight end Reed. Touchdown, Washington. From 4 yards out, and the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
That's just another way you can do it.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Here we go, 46, 46. Mike 51. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott.
Oh, my God. Oh,
and the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Montez Sweat in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Here we go, 47.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now a desperation throw, and that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
I'm 3-0 with the Redskins.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Oh, my.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. From midfield now, Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking to get that one to Chris Thompson. And it's 2nd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And it'll be intercepted.
Y'all got that.
By George Iloka. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hold on, no, you don't hike the ball yet. I don't know how you did that. All right, go ahead.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Well, I've never seen this one. It's second down, and the punt team is out there. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They've got good starting field position as they come up here first and 10.
L1 and right stick down. That's the only way you can do it.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Check 31. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Richardson.
You said R1 and L1.
So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And it was their defense that led the way,
L1.
allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets, defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Redskins as we say so long from FedEx Field.
You send everybody.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm copy, I do my dance. 10, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not
You better use.
crash, honey, I dash, honey, I dash. can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when attacking like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash, 100 yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. There's no need in keeping it low key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take all cool, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash.
It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't geese, too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car.
3 defensive linemen, that's 3-4.
Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it.
Both middle linebackers are right. Yeah, that's all 3-4.
Coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack my bad, but I'm past that with an ass back. That's cash when the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money. I'm like tenfold. That's gonna make you up like a limbo. She said she not a. She ain't. Ooh, why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers. Here's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. First carry for Christian McCaffrey.
What?
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Tackle made by the second-round pick, Isaiah Oliver.
Yeah.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey.
Ow!
Flush to his right. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Desmond Trufant with a sack. The corner blitz hits home.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Play action. It's Newton. Out to his left. Can't fight it. He lost the football. It's out. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
51.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Brian Burns just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Here's Ryan. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Ryan. He's got Sanu. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Panthers' 46-yard line.
Ready, blue 80. We're ready.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 42 yards. From the shotgun, Ryan.
Got him!
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Luke Kuechly!
It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. He's got daylight.
Get off me,
Shoves it away.
get off me, Nick.
He's at the 50. Past the 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast.
That nigga Calvin really short as a mug.
That's your boy Old Mo. You said momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's got a lift.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
I got my X Factor from that. Oh, yeah.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one, that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Looking to throw again on second down. Ryan looking downfield for Jones.
Oh, my
and that's
God.
caught inside the 35. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to let it go deep, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Golden. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Brian Burns, his 2nd sack of the night. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 23-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this. Cam Fire, he lost the football, it's out, and the Falcons grab it.
Nobody hitting that nigga Cam Newton like that,
He will score.
Cam Newton is not sweet like that, bro.
Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the lead is now 10-7.
It was somebody with dreads. I think it was too fun, bro.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Vic Beasley. He's the one who runs him down, and my goodness, that is just a disastrous loss for this offense. On second and a long way to go.
Oh, my God.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Throwing is Newton. He's going to air it out deep for Hogan. And that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On the return, Hardy. Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 yards there and a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Off the edge, Mario Addison gets the sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 36 yards on the play.
That's a real nice job right there. Working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hip...
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Newton.
Oh, my God.
Now he tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you it's not very good.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check, 59.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. Uses the stiff arm. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Hey, exit.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Brian Burns bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Used and all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed. Because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
But I think the ball's out.
My God, I need the ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Off play action, Newton. They'll roll him out right, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Newton now to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Duke Riley able to get outside the numbers and drop him for a loss of a yard. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. Deep in his own territory, he calls up the football. And he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game.
Gotta go the other way.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
That nigga ran away from the ball. Who is that, Hardy? Wasn't that Hardy?
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. Freeman a 1st down and more. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before the...
And Freeman lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw is Newton. And he's going to find Hogan here, complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. Gano the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Freeman again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stuffed him. So now he brings up a 3rd down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put it in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
11. Hey, let's go.
59.
Hey, Zoo.
Watch that.
Let him go.
Ryan. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Oh, my God.
Connects with Sanu right side. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I be thinking the one be coming, bro. You just throw the ball out of nowhere.
Check. Space.
Right there. 55.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Looking in zone for Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And he's brought down after a very nice game. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shot, and he will take it.
I went to the right side.
Touchdown. Devontae Freeman. His second touchdown of the night. Now the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Nothing separating these two sides. 24-all our score as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton.
Got him.
That's Samuel caught left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Mike 42, check. Mike 42.
Click on one of the line.
Here we go.
Press A. Wait, I said A at. I got it.
From the gun, here's Newton. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. To throw again on 2nd down. Newton over the middle, complete to Samuel. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. Haven't heard much from him all night, but welcome to the party, making his presence felt in a big way.
They've kept him under wraps all night long, but boy, did he find a great time to bust out.
And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play call, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Brandon's
Nigga,
okay
look it
what they're
up.
doing
They
right
fought
now. Still
twice.
able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
No, they
didn't.
didn't.
But nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go.
Yeah, I was just saying could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jack Crawford able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
Mike 54. Mike 54. I got you. I got you. Check 43.
It's over. It's over. It's over.
Tuesday.
It's over.
Mike 54.
In your face.
Check 50. Check 50.
22.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
They'll look to throw.
Got him.
He can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Luke Kuechly in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there getting the sack in.
I love how you phrased it because We were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield.
Yeah, you ain't gonna keep trying to. You ain't gonna try to
Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.
Every time you get on the game,
with that, we say good night from
Atlanta. But I probably can get the hours. What you mean 10 hours a day? Out of all the days. 10 hours out of all the days. 10 hours, bro. 10 hours all the way up to Tuesday. My 10 hours already almost up, but I can probably get another. I'll probably get another 10 hours with my other account.
Ladies and gentlemen.
What, nigga? No. I ain't doing all that. No, I ain't buy EA access for both accounts. That's what I'm saying. I might got another free one for the other account. That's how you gotta do it, bro.
This be the
That's
green
only
light.
right.
Ties burn the pavement. People wanna know where Mace, Pops, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs on the head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls.
This is overall. Why is he
Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right, turn it up. We giving a show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's close in the counter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We installed out in
Joey Bosa.
and if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing. Relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all keep it flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's close in the counter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all keep it flow.
I'm gonna see how I'm gonna I can get my $5 back. They say you good to that. I'm not using no Ravens, nigga. Them niggas is trash. Don't ever tell me that again. Bro, nobody cares about the Eagles. What'd I tell you, bro? Nobody wanna use the Eagles.
We come to you from Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. Butker now to kick this one away. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon.
Oh my God.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. It's a gain of 34. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked.
He got that juke jump.
He had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then.
Good,
so we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon, and he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Gets it to Benjamin, it's caught. Kiss him goodbye, Travis Benjamin. Touchdown, LA. Travis Benjamin. 40 yards, and the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23.
He's my good man. Oh, yeah. You already know where I'm at, Gianni.
Yellow. 58,
He ain't going to be no one-on-ones. I don't even know why he's
from the
like,
gun.
oh, yeah, that's back. Oh, yeah.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated.
Joey Bosa high.
Pressure
He's about to
gets
get
to him again. Joey Bosa picks up his second sack of the afternoon. But someone came to play today.
No, there's no doubt about it. We heard
another
about
sack. That's
when
right
we visited
there.
practice. He thought he had a good matchup. And
they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. Did you know he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, are so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come up to 6.
A lot of points. They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. It's a 1st down and more for Gordon. There goes Melvin Gordon. The 20, 10, and he's in for a Charger touchdown.
You said what?
Melvin Gordon, 75
First down low, I played it a little
and
bit.
the Chargers are going to add on
And
to their
I
lead.
finished letting it down low. When I finished letting it
Extra
down
point by
low, it
Badgley,
said 9
up
hours
and
and
good.
30 minutes.
And that could be important
That
as
was
that
like
makes this a
around 4 o'clock.
16-point lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there
It was.
to
I
kick
got
it
the download
away.
right here. On the notification, it show you when the jump from the download.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Let me look at the time right now. I thought it said 4. Let me see. It said 3:11. That's when it finished downloading.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They're already looking up at a 16-0 deficit. Still plenty of time to go, 1st quarter. But work to be done as they come up 1st and 10. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
I knew it was close to 12.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat.
I forgot he did do that, though.
It's time to get moving.
I forgot he did that.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Play fake to Gordon.
Oh, my God.
Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Darren Lee with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7.
That
on is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Watch out for Hill on the return.
Because that could be niggas like Owen Hart, Eddie Guerrero.
A terrific return there.
I mean,
27 yards all told. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10.
And Ultimate Warrior, too, bro.
And now here comes Kansas City. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out of it.
And the
okay, let's get it. Both my players got X-Factors. It's over.
Joey Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Yes.
Mahomes now to throw.
Oh, my
and he's
God.
got his receiver. That's
that would have been a kid.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 16-0.
Dude, they was like that at a time. They was like that, too.
On EA Sports.
Whoa, whoa. Nah, yeah, he is tripping. They most definitely was. Only thing about Dudley Boys, they was just hard. They was just more extreme. They was just more extreme.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
But they was just more extreme, bro.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary.
Nigga, just
Let's just face it.
Run with the icons up.
Cannot handle this pass rush.
Run, nigga, it's going to pop. Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus. See, this is how I try to help you out, nigga.
6-yard line. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Run like you regularly did on Madden 19, nigga. That's how you escape all the yards.
And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point safely through. And that will shave one more off this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Because the difference is, but they said the D-line, you only get 3 seconds in the pocket, bro.
As they get set to take possession.
Against a good team, the defensive line.
Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline.
Not everybody got good
Take
defensive line.
the pass,
Niggas that don't got defensive line, they
let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
All you got to know is the niggas that's really good.
Rivers
like
now from the 50.
Joey Bosa.
Flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Same result as last play, 14 yards and another first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't wasn't there, but he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
This thing got 133
It's
yards.
a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too in the NFL. They're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. So on 4th down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Badgley able to punch this one through. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Check. Hey, Sunday.
Now Mahomes.
Oh my God! Look at that! See, look at that escape artist right there.
Caught Kelsey left
Should have been
side.
doing.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now that's one they hate.
Oh,
The
you
ball's
passed
got
the
to
line of
come all
scrimmage?
the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Hey, Keith.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And going deep for Hill.
Yo!
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
He didn't even do his zone
Tyreek
at all.
Hill, 77
let Tyreek Hill
yards.
get past
And the
him and
Chiefs
then
strike
Hill.
quickly here for 6 points. Extra point
He got
up
a-
and
he the only
through.
nigga with a 99
And that
speed.
will get him one closer. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
I'm sure that nigga
This is
Patrick
fielded a
Mahomes
couple
got his
yards
zone.
deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Round 80. Hey, watch the slant. Kill.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage.
I mean,
And to tackle Alex
he's gonna go by
Okafor.
fast, but I mean,
He's having a big game running the football, but that will
and then
hurt the yards per carry a little
if I don't
bit.
lose
Yeah, but
this
the average he's got so far,
I might be
that's the
late
type of
all that
average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Kendall Fuller in on the stop. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
The run on 3rd and long, so I guess waving the white flag a little bit.
Yeah, and I think sometimes teams are so committed to running the football that they'll take a chance, even in a long yardage situation, to let them know on the other side, this is what we're going to be about today. In this case, they didn't get a first down, but if you're thinking along with them, hey, they might be committed to running it all game long.
Oh, I nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And controlling the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Mahomes now on 1st down. And going deep for Hill.
Yo, bro.
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown.
Hey, bro. What the?
In the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. No problem there on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
I was just
and he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
That's it for Tyreek.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
They should have gave Tyreek Hill.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their own 24. From the gun, it's Mahomes.
That nigga will take over games too.
That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
As long as they're making it realistic, I don't care.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
You better not do it.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
James on it. Oh, Jesus.
And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Shit, we go ahead and abuse that because I'm most definitely about to abuse Melvin Gore.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Mahomes to throw.
There you go, he lost
Chargers
it.
able to get the pressure and bring him down. Melvin Ingram able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A pretty good effort there, 9 yards, but not enough. We'll likely see the punt team now on 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon.
Nobody.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. So Rivers will lead the Chargers on 1st and 10 at the 20.
And Landon Collins.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung here.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside. They didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side.
What the
and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bashad Breeland. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
What, Jabbar?
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
That's just crazy. It's good, Jabbar.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
Get him. Oh, yeah.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. In the lumber
Can you hear me?
Like how they started the third quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive.
That motherfucking clock on that Madden wants too damn fast.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win
going
coming out of the locker room.
What you just got?
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go on the toss. Here's Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Switch it, dribble in.
Again, it's Williams.
Oh, my God.
And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Here's King. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they
take try to play.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And he stopped immediately there.
How much time you got left?
Damian Wilson in on the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is he's going to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. From the gun, Rivers. And it's complete. Henry,
this is my man. Oh, my God. Got him.
And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. They'll say no gain on the play. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
That was 3rd?
What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Badgley able to knock this one through.
When did Tyrod Taylor
they have taken the lead by a point here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold
like
the lead.
Eric Bird, you might even learn this game. Eric Bird is working out for the Cowboys.
In the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
I don't know why that nigga still a free agent, though. That nigga was cooking last year, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, and Burry got a look with the Cowboys. Cowboys trying to work them out.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10
I think
at
he
the
can come to us,
33-yard
but
line.
Burry and Harrison Smith, he's sitting like
Nobody want to play with no Harrison Smith.
one of the best
Tackle
safeties
made
in
there by the
the not
safety,
the
Derwin
best
James.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those
Y'all
hybrid
know
players.
you
Guys
quarterback,
who can do more
nigga.
than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong
Kirk
safety,
Cousins ain't it, bro.
you are a true
He don't get
hybrid
niggas to the playoffs.
part cover guy.
And coming
Yeah,
up,
but
sticking
it's
his
assistant
nose
to
in the
he
mess there
assistant
and making a
quarterback like
nice
how Jared
play
Goff is.
defensively.
Regardless of the coaching staff and the defense.
What the?
Run
game.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. There he goes left side.
Oh, you playing? Oh.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Hey, y'all, this is cheating me, bro.
Tyreek Hill.
Hey, you know they did, bro.
And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point
That spin was
conversion.
cool, but after that, I don't know what was that.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now Gordon on first down. Nifty move by Gordon. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner, but after a play like that, it might reduce it. Might go to the corner and grab a hot dog or two.
Yeah, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
And Allen's got it. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Rivers on the money, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in what you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
And so there goes Melvin Gordon. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here,
out of all the 3 games that we had
here in this fourth quarter. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Yellow, on the line. Right there. Not today, you are. Not today. 15.
To throw is Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Then again, it is Tyreek Hill.
Check 26, check 26. Attack!
Mahomes to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill.
God. Oh my God.
And all the way down to the 29.
That boy is slow.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. On 2nd down, Williams. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they'll be celebrating in the Power and Light District. The Chiefs have...
That's Tyreek Hill.
A little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it.
Because I use, I use either Dwayne Haskins or I use Alex Smith. That's why I asked you.
Dwayne Haskins, maybe. I'm about to, bro. Oh, I got like your game over?
Fell on.
Hey, Jabbar, your game over?
From Southern California.
Playing skills, you did. Playing skills. Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, all on the wrist, watch how I flip, watch how I whip, I'm in the whip, all on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist. I get the money, but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a...
Alright. How many minutes you trying to play? Hey Jabbar.
Yeah.
How many minutes?
Left.
Nah, I said how many minutes you trying to play?
I'd rather play like 7 to be honest. This shit go 5 be going by fast as shit.
Alright. What quarter you in?
I'm in the 2nd, but it's gonna go by fast as shit. Like this game only gonna take like probably 5 minutes. Every time I get the ball, I run the clock against them. But I play people like this, I'm winning. He gonna throw a pick and watch this. This shit is easy, man. I ain't know this shit was gonna be this easy. Only thing I learned is how to throw the ball, like throw hard balls, floating balls and shit like that, and how to adjust the defense, and I'm gonna be good. This nigga some shit I'm playing again.
I'm in the whip, I'm in the wrist, I never switch. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, the head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the left.
Oh my God, why are they all out whistling, bro?
But can you rock it like rocket? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets? That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about
Hey, hey James.
breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play, and you know we can't wait to bring spins.
See, I got this weird ass motherfucker in the party. Like, who the fuck is that? He trying to be something no fat Albert, like.
Hey, yeah, Jabbar.
Yeah, you gonna wait for this game, or what you gonna do?
Yeah, I'm waiting.
I'm going to
You
the
in the
third.
third already?
Yeah, I'm going to the third, right? Like another 2 minutes.
I'll wait.
Really, yeah, this shit going by fast as shit. I got.
Why did I just, did I just get another receiver or am I tripping? I did. I just got Deshaun Jackson. I don't know why I just got. I didn't even need this nigga. And I got Alshon Jeffrey. I got all Eagles players. No, it's not, big bro. Who is y'all X Factors? Before I play with them bombs, bro, let me see the X Factors. Yeah, nigga. Bombs. Y'all the worst Super Bowl team to come back to the next season and be trash. Y'all the worst Super Bowl team. I don't know how to say that. I don't know how to say that, bro.
Who?
The Eagles, bro. They
Fuck
the worst
no, the Eagles,
Super Bowl.
they went to the divisional round. What are you talking about? They lost because of one catch.
They don't mean nothing, bro.
If Alshon Jeffrey did not drop that catch, they'd been back in the Super Bowl,
hey,
bro.
stay in your place, bro. The Vikings ain't go nowhere. Hey,
They would have been back in the Super Bowl, bro. Alshon Jeffrey dropped that pass, bro. It was wide open against the Saints, bro.
Hey, bro, worry about the Vikings.
I don't even like Philly.
Hold on.
I don't even like Philly, bro.
Hey, Keith, hold on. Hey, Keith, hold on, Keith. Worry about the Vikings, bro.
That's how we lost our Super Bowl.
Worry about Vikings.
That's how we was not able to go to the Super Bowl. Because when you go to New Orleans, they be cheating and shit, bro. That's why I'm glad that shit happened against them, against the Rams, bro. The refs ain't call that shit because they be cheating. Philly had that game, bro. Philly went to Chicago and beat Chicago, bro. And you telling me they didn't have a good season? With a backup quarterback going through the same thing?
Oh, nah.
What team can go to Super Bowl and win with a backup quarterback?
Nick Foles ain't a backup. Shouldn't be a backup quarterback though.
What I'm saying is Nick Foles. That's what I'm saying. He's the starting quarterback out of
Nick Foles
like this
came
shit.
in the
Not gonna be good
NFL as a
because
starting quarterback. So
yes, but Nick Foles wasn't like that. Nick Foles was like Case Keenum in the system. The dude that our offense coordinator that year, but now he's the Giants head coach. Him and Case Keenum was like best friends. They like jail together. That's how Doug Peterson and Nick Foles are. Carson Wentz is not like he's not the answer for that team. They're not gonna do shit. Injury prone.
Thank the Lord for my people in my hell. Lost a lot, but I can't.
I don't even like Philly, bro. I hate Philly. But I'm gonna be real with you, bro. They would have went to the Super Bowl, bro. I'm telling you. They would have beat the Rams, bro.
How did they? I like how they did this. They have a photo of Landon Collins in the Redskin jersey. He haven't even been in the Redskin jersey yet. I like this right here.
Hey, who in here listen to that emotional shit, man? Y'all niggas need to get some pussy.
I'm not using no Eagles. They ain't got no good X factors but freaking Fletcher Cox. I don't want to use that nigga.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to.
I'm in the third quarter now.
I'm probably about to use the Browns.
Don't use them.
Never mind. I'm gonna use the Jets. They offer offers like that, cuz. Yeah, you ain't see their jersey, their new jersey? They defense is trash.
Hey, I'm about to quit this game. You ready?
Yeah.
Hey,
Gianni, you should have been using when you was using Zeke, you should have did the stiff arm. He got arm bar. I'm gonna use the Jets or the Browns.
why is that?
I'm gonna use the Browns. I like how they got these niggas in these jerseys though. I'm gonna use the Browns. No, not CJ Mosley. They actually took pictures in it. But that Landon Collins John, that look like in a real game. I just like got off that joint already. I'm gonna go back to it though. Hold on. Don't join that yet. What you like me, bro? Do you like me, bro?
Do you like me, bro?
There you go, right there.
No hesitation.
I want to play in the stadium, bro. I want to play that video. What's your name, bro? I can't find it. Oh, I got you.
Make sure that joint all Madden, bro. Don't cheat.
I don't play it. I said 7 minutes, right?
Yeah.
You know you gotta get your ass.
Oh, you better use the Vikings. Just bro.
Can you dig it? Why is that?
Can you dig it, home?
Did you send the invite?
Send the invite.
Did you send it? You sent it to the wrong one, bro. You sent it to guard up, shorty.
No, I sent it to
I ain't getting nothing. You probably sent it to the wrong one. I sent it. Hold on.
I sent it to the right one. You gotta be funny.
I ain't getting nothing for real.
Alright, watch this.
Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the Q. I went and got a new freeze. How fit to be the boss, let me find out.
Yeah, just forget about you doing it.
I'm a star in the clutch.
I'm about to send it to you right now.
Just forget about you doing it.
Now join mine, so I don't want to play in no dirty ass stadium. Red stadium, that's not the dome, man. real football.
You not sending no invite, nigga.
I just sent it, bro.
But you didn't send nothing to me. I didn't get nothing. You sent it to IceTrayTheJames's, bro.
I'm about to say your name. I'm about to read it to you, bro. You trying to fun.
If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You said that you ballin', keep it real though. Why I never saw you in the field though? I make it look easy as a field goal.
That's you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sending it to you.
I'm not getting nothing, bro. Just join me, bro, cause I didn't get it.
Let me find out my team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. My druid code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. See the brain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal.
EA brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. This is taken at the 3. Oh, able to avoid him. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
They ain't got the real covers no more, man.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle.
Oh, yeah, I'm on that. I was on that.
That would cover beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Good route here.
Throwing his Cousins.
Oh, yeah. Not with that quarterback.
Dalvin Cook is running back, the intended target. But now it'll be 3rd down.
I also really trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Can't be talking about that guy.
3rd and long for Cousins.
Thank you.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Following the interception, Mayfield.
What the fuck is
this? So caught right around the 6. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, 31 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. The point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game.
They ain't got Kareem Hunt in the game.
Joseph now to kick this one away.
Said they don't. Yeah, I know.
This is taken at his 4.
I wonder, do we got X Factor?
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10.
Oh, like a 90 time.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Oh, where am I going? I'm tripping. I am tripping.
Thielen on the right side.
He's going to catch him. Never mind.
And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 76 yards. They'll run with Cook. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Line out. Check. Watch safety creep.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. 3rd and goal for Cousins. Rolling to his left. And it's caught. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a 1st down.
And he'll be the one in the film session. He'll be saying, hey, run that one back, coach. Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that again.
2 more time.
And they won't.
8 more times.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Buying time to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mayfield is going to... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 39 yards there. A big one. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
A 1st carry now for Nick Chubb. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Landry, the intended target.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Let him throw the ball. They got him again. Olivier Vernon coming in with some force for the sack that time.
Are you double
You never
tapping
want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons. Especially because they felt like they let
you gotta hold the
down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Yeah.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, Definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Mayfield off the play fake.
What the heck?
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Stephen Weatherly
able
to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Landry that time, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They got to hold it.
He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Cleveland. Jarvis Landry, 57 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This ain't got no corners.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
They got out. So.
As Cousins goes down. Olivier Vernon
his
second sack of the afternoon.
The corners are sweet, bro.
The corners are they're sweet. You tripping, Greedy Williams? Greedy Williams and Denzel Ward, sweet nigga? You tripping, bro?
Greedy Williams is not as good as you think he is. He's a little ass fuck corner. He's bony as shit.
And this will be incomplete.
You're not doing that.
If he goes against Julio, he'll get his ass moved. Nigga, what you talking about?
No, he's not going against Julio.
He young as shit out there, nigga. Them niggas need to eat, nigga.
Yeah, it does. And that was a risky throw right there.
Gotta be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Skirts by him at the 35. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 38. They start on the ground.
Get off me, nigga. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
And they bring him to the ground just
good.
shy of midfield.
Bro. Look how he bodied that nigga.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink. If you give him any type of blocking.
Just do that nigga, bro. Oh, my God.
Quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's
quick and fast,
and he used it to great advantage.
Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, Hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. Fourth down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Listen to me.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. In for the sack, Myles Garrett. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Going deep for Diggs. This is caught inside the 15. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. 43 yards. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Cousins. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Myles Garrett.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coaches.
It'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And nothing there on the return. They got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Mayfield down. He finds Beckham complete. That one good for 24 yards.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3-and-out. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll let it go deep, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins eluding the pressure right. Lets it fly for Treadwell. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Play fake. Cousins. He'll buy some time right. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that is incomplete.
Wide open. I need to do. Man, sorry. All I needed to do was, man, this dumbass quarterback to stop moving for once.
He was wide open, though.
Final play of the half. Cousins.
Man, get that nigga, cuz.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
They need stops to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
180. King.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
This is caught. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb taking it in. And the Browns add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation.
15 minutes.
But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Cousins. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Myles Garrett getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic. This is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Demarius Randall. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's got some space here. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Point after, up and good. And it is 28-0. Joseph now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes. They run it again with Chubb. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy.
You can still get it. It's only like $5. All you gotta do is download the EA access and then get the EA access.
No question
and it's gonna let you get the game.
Why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. On 1st down, they'll
all you gotta do is pay, I think, like $5 or something.
He's
like 1 month. And then you download the EA access app.
Behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And again, it's Chubb. And an alley to run.
Dang, hey, buddy. This ball is something serious.
And he was into the end zone. Touchdown.
This ball, man.
Like, once your players get hot on here, like, you have to stop that player from getting hot. Or you can get your ass blown out. I'm noticing this. Like, they hot. Lord have mercy.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Yeah, you got to play a certain amount of games. You got to play a certain amount of games to find out what their X factor is. You got to earn them. You got to play a game. You got to play games with them. They don't have them when they first start.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at about the 32.
Franchise. I did that earlier in the Redskins. And then they kept saying, he said what?
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And now here is
Ultimate Team, when you upgrade them to like an 82, they get a superstar. I already got one for Alpha.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The interception was.
But you only can have. I think you only can have 3.
5 picks at this point. You got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur.
Nigga, yeah, oh my God.
But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's
that. Oh my
maybe some pattern, maybe some balls were tipped.
I'm gonna stop that shit. I think I gotta do something to stop him.
It comes back to the guy throwing him.
They run again. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front.
You already know what time it is.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate. But if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Watch what Earl Thomas hit is at.
Earl Thomas like that too.
Being chased out left. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. And it's 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket.
Hey, Odell,
you force a throw here
me,
and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
It's coaching,
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10.
They got the Browns got over the top, but they ain't got no fucking coach.
Cousins now. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver.
What you talking
and now
about?
It's 2nd down.
They went on 16 2 seasons in a row.
He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the
interceptions. They got Jamie Cobb.
He's really been through the ringer, hasn't
he? They got that linebacker. They always had talent.
Well coordinated.
They always had talent for like
really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Myles Garrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Now Cousins.
Yeah, he been had that. He had to finish the whole second half.
Zone. Cousins taken down for the safety. Things are just going from bad.
All he got to do is throw 10 yards. Yeah.
But the whole point is his coverage. Like if you play against a dude with an X factor and his coverage good, you gotta wait till the nigga get open. By the time you get to the nigga get open, he already back there.
They be chanting, start the bus because they think this one is over.
Yeah, it works, but the other niggas will get over.
They begin this drive with Chubb.
I'm telling you right now, you not.
You got to get used to the game first. That's a lot too.
When do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still.
This shit is like the time is fast. You come to the ball, you don't even make no adjust. Like damn, that's your time to make adjustment really. This nigga out here stiff on me. There's some tackling him, still stiff on me.
Keep in mind,
he's going down, stiff on me.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to
it's
this
hard
point.
To get him. It's hard to get a blitz like I'm used to. Oh shit! I seen it.
Tight end David Njoku, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the 1st down in the process.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Oh, it's a lot of glitch plays.
I don't think it is.
It's a lot
I mean,
of
it's
them on
glitch
Just
plays,
2 minutes
but
remaining.
Nah,
Here.
I know a few of them. I just
One
can't run them because I
side
can't
of the
get past them out
Not
of
totally
here.
home
you can
free
stop
yet.
that.
Can't
That's
stop.
looking good as they come up
You can
first
stop
and
the glitch
10.
plays. Got 5 minutes left, Mo.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5 now. Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass.
OBJ has not caught a pass the whole game. What's going on?
He
No, he
has.
has not. He's dropped the pass. No, he has not.
He caught one. I know that.
He didn't catch none.
Yes, he did. Nigga on the left side when he dove for the
The
ball.
left side, he dropped it. No, that
He dove
wasn't
for the
OBJ.
ball. You're tripping.
All right. When we go to stats, we're going to see.
Look at no. Press R2 and go down. Press on the Browns. It say 1 for 5. You're tripping, bro.
We'll see.
From the red zone now.
There you go, right there. Another one. That's 2. Happy? And the touchdown.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown
money from the better playbook offense. They said that Arizona Cardinals is the best playbook, but I don't see it.
That's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake.
The
The extra point up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
I don't want RPOs.
This will be fielded at the 6.
Yeah, every team got it.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
I'm going to score real quick. I need to score 1 touchdown.
You can't score on my defense, bro.
A first down throw for Cousins. He completes it to Abdullah. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Cousins to throw it. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. To throw, Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. Defense through the shutout, Adam. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.
Again.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
First, let me try to get
here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.
Let me see. What year?